Hello, Incredible One. Welcome to the Leverage Your Incredible Factor Business Podcast, the place to be to grow a business that shakes the planet. I'm your host, spiritual business growth coach, Darnyelle J. Harmon. Join me each week for inspiring stories, powerful interviews, and business growth strategy to help you experience abundance in your life because of your business. Oh, and one more thing. On this podcast, I'm going to keep it all the way real with you about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the absolutely incredible of small business ownership. And don't worry, everything I have to share will help you to build a business that funds the life you crave. Let's jump into today's episode. You're listening to the Leverage Your Incredible Factor podcast with Darnyelle Jervey Harmon. If this is your first time joining me for the podcast, here's what I'd like for you to know about me. First and foremost, I am the absolute best at combining spiritual principles with business growth strategy to turn entrepreneurs into multiple 6- and 7-figure CEOs. Second, I don't do hustle and grind. I do spirituality and systems. And you might be wondering, what in the devil is an incredible factor? And if so, I invite you to go all the way back to the very first episode of this podcast. It's aptly titled, Exactly What is the Incredible Factor? There's even a cool worksheet that I want you to do that will help you to find yours. Oh, I will likely say some things that will make you laugh, a few things that could make you cry, and definitely make you question if you are ready to leverage your incredible factor. Remember, I'm a coach, and my job is to tell you what you don't want to hear and show you what you don't want to see, all to help you to become who God created you to be. I'm so excited that you're here. This episode is powered by the Grow Your Business Toolkit. If you want access to a great resource to position your business for growth, listen, you need to go grab it, and you need to grab it quickly. We are in the final days of it being available for less than $100. As a part of my 11th anniversary celebration, you can now grab it before the price more than triples. So go right now to growyourbiztoolkit.com. growyourbiztoolkit.com. And also a quick shout out to my 6-Figure Cash Flow Club. That is our Facebook community for those of you who want access to laser coaching and training and strategies to not only help you to leverage your incredible factor, but to unlock 6-figure cash flow in your business. And you can access that by going to 6figurecashflowclub.com. Now, in today's episode, we're going to talk about confidence. It's that thing that everybody wants and few know how to get it. Now, if your upbringing was anything like mine, you were probably told more than once that children should be seen and not heard. Can you relate? And probably little did you realize that this comment from a parental figure would be enough to stifle your creativity, your connection, and yes, your confidence. And I will happily admit to you that if it wasn't for Miss Dixon, my 5th and 6th grade teacher, I wouldn't be the girl oozing confidence like I am today. You see, I was told often that I wasn't supposed to be there. And as a result, it stuck with me and it made me angry. But Miss Dixon sought to protect my potential and showed me how to be confident. And as a result, I grew into a woman with confidence. Listen, it doesn't matter where I go. People always ask me, how did you get so confident? And they always expressed a desire to be the same. And the truth of the matter is, you can be this confident, but it is going to take work. Now, part of the reason why in today's episode, I wanted to talk about confidence and specifically something that I've created for my clients, the confidence clause, is because I know how hard it can be to undo the boatloads of damage that may have been offered to you over the course of your childhood. You will probably hear me talk a lot about your inner 7-year-old throughout our time together in this podcast. And I'm going to talk to you about it a little bit today. When we are born, we are not born with a conscious mind, only a subconscious mind. And our conscious mind is formed from everything we take in from birth through the age of 7, hence your inner 7-year-old. And if your upbringing, again, was anything like mine, then you may not have been exposed to confident women and it being okay to be confident. I remember being told all the time that anytime I wanted to exude confidence, I was being cocky. And that really made me stifle and downplay all that I am because I didn't want to be perceived that way. And although I didn't believe I was being cocky, because people always say perception is reality, I bought into those fallacies and they stifled the way I showed up for myself. And it wasn't until I began to get older as a result of Miss Dixon that I began to see that confidence is actually a virtue and that everyone should aspire to confidence. And it began to shift and change the way that I showed up and ultimately led me to be the woman that I get to be today, who is extremely confident, oozing with confidence, loving every minute of a confident experience. And so in today's episode, I really want to talk to you about what that could look like for you. Because the fact of the matter is this: it's really sad and extremely unfortunate that tons of women entrepreneurs and small business owners don't have a lot of confidence. And it is a proven fact that women undercharge, they act inferior, and they're non-competitive in the marketplace. And they often allow fear to keep them from positioning themselves to build bigger businesses. In fact, did you know that studies show that over 85% of all women entrepreneurs struggle with confidence, mindset, and fear when it comes to setting their prices, closing the sale, and attracting new ideal paying clients? Listen, this is bothersome to me. And I totally get it because I work primarily with women entrepreneurs and I see it all the time. And what I've come to realize is that even though you may not display the confidence that says you've got it going on, more often than not, you do have it going on. Like, you guys are not short on confidence. You just don't know how to exude it and how to share it in a way that is completely in alignment and authenticity of who you are. And that is really what I'm hoping to share with you today, because you do have the skills that are needed to exceed your clients' and customers' expectations. And you likely think that being humble means that you don't brag about your skills. And while I would agree that bragging in and of itself may not be a good look, highlighting your successes builds trust and credibility among those looking to buy from you. So if you are amongst the 85%, then you should be really excited that you're with me right now, because I'm literally going to share 5 ways that you can instantly up your confidence so that you can start to accelerate your business as a result of being more confident and more confident as a brand, one that prospects will get excited to hire. Are you with me? So here's what I know. No matter where you are in building your business, it's likely that when it's time to review, raise, or evaluate your prices, you feel a little trepidation. Why is that? I think it's often a result of not being in alignment. When you don't see yourself as an expert that adds tremendous value to others, you'll struggle with whether you should and can charge what you know you need to charge in order to position your business to experience profitability. And conversely, when you see yourself as a gift to the world and you see the value that you add as priceless and transformative, you won't struggle to set your rates that position you and your business to grow and experience profit. I always recommend that entrepreneurs learn how to think like a CEO, because CEOs don't allow their fears and emotions to impact the business building process. They know that business is quite simply a numbers game, and that the one who has the best command of their numbers is usually the one who experiences big growth and wins. So the question that is often asked is but how? But how, right? I can remember I did an episode of Incredible Factor TV a few years ago and someone asked that question. The truth of the matter is that you don't have a business if your business isn't generating revenue. And if you are afraid to price so that you can show up profitably in your business, you're going to really just run yourself out of business. It's not going to last very long. Because from my vantage point, after having worked with hundreds, if not 1,000 women entrepreneurs and business owners, it really does boil down to positioning yourself to build a business that serves you. So let's talk about first how to be more confident in raising your prices. And then I'm going to talk to you about ways to upgrade your confidence overall. So more confident in raising your prices. Number one, you got to remember that it is as honorable to sell as it is to buy. The truth is that life is a transaction. And if you want to build your business, you have to remember the universal law of business, which says get found by a group of people who have the problem that you solve that are ready right now to invest into a solution to that problem. When you see yourself as a problem solver and understand that business is simply solving problems for profit, you'll make a shift, and that will help you to stop taking your prices personally and see yourself as a business owner. The second key is to believe that you deserve to be paid for the gifts and talents that you render in service to others. This one is completely on you and your mindset. If you do not believe that you deserve it, you'll never earn it. Let me repeat that. If you do not believe you deserve it, you'll never earn it. Everything starts with the power of belief. The way I see it, you quit your job to start your business because you believe that you could make a better living, help more people, and add more value, right? So keep believing in why you started and fuel that belief by solving a real problem, which others will gladly pay you to solve. The third key, I said this already, I'm going to say it again, is that you get into alignment. One of my favorite books, Asking It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks, I'll put it in the show notes for you. They share a feelings chart because our ability to have or not have is often tied to how we feel about the things and the emotion that we expend on it, right? And on this chart, on the left side of the chart, they give you all of the positive feelings and emotions. And they're things like joy, love, appreciation, gratitude, faith, and trust. And then on the right, you get all of the negative feelings and emotion, which are things like worry, doubt, and fear. Interestingly, I've been conducting a study, and it seems that most entrepreneurs spend the majority of their time on the left when it comes to life-related issues, the left being the positive feelings and emotions, but they spend the majority of their time on the right when it comes to their business. And in case you missed it, that means you're out of alignment. If you are unable to completely be on the right in every facet of your life, you will be unable to achieve what you desire because alignment is a big part of the equation. The fourth key is we have to release the emotion. As business owners, you have to remind yourself that although this is your life's work, that you are a service provider for people with a problem. And if you are emotionally charged and tied to the work that you do, it can have a damning effect on your ability to grow your business. Here's what I mean by that. You may find yourself offering discounts or undercharging because you don't want to hurt your potential client's feelings, or you just want to get a client, which is not good. That's desperation. And business should never be built on desperation. Has there been a time when you've had to work with a client that you helped to get transformational results? And can you remember that and keep that in mind as you're building out your business so that you know that what you do does change lives and it gives them transformation so that it changes the way you show up every single day? And then the last key in having the confidence to raise your prices is the fact of the matter that the livelihood of your business really depends on it. This one may be tough to read, but to hear me share with you, but it is the truth. If you're unwilling to confidently articulate your rates that will ensure that you are building a business that serves you, then you will work way too hard for way too little. And you may find yourself one time too many on the wrong side of the feast famine epidemic that hits business owners who don't understand the importance of charging more than it costs to perform services in excellence. Now keep this in mind. If you are in business, reviewing and raising your rates should be a natural part of the process. So I want you to use those keys that I just shared with you to help you to position yourself to serve your clients. And know that no matter what, the invitation is your validation. If they are coming to you, it's because they truly believe that you can help them, and you should have confidence in that. Confidence, in my opinion, is the new currency. I remember I had a client many years ago. Her name was Amanda, and she was powerful in her own right, doing amazing work in the world, but she just was not charging what she should be charging for the level of transformation she brought to the table. She just was not charging it. I met her at a speaking engagement, and after the speaking engagement was over, she stood in the line to talk to me. And when it became our time to have a conversation, she was just like, I want your confidence. How can I get your confidence? And I was like, well, you need to come and work with me, because I literally do believe that working with me will be a natural confidence boost for anyone. And so we ended up having a discovery session. And in the discovery session, I was very clear. I was extremely confident because I know who I am and I know what I do. And I know how businesses change because of interaction with me. And I just basically stated that for her. And she hired me. And she said, I'm hiring you because you're so confident that I know you're going to change my business. And do you know that in about, I think, 60 days in working together, she generated $40,000 in a month? Yeah, I think it was about 60 days in. She generated $40,000 and she positioned herself to take an entire month off and go to Hawaii with her husband. Confidence is the new currency. I don't care what you know. Let me tell you what is the truth. So now let me just share with you 5 ways to upgrade your confidence overall. And then we're going to round out our time together with me reading the confidence clause for you. And then I'll show you how you can go and grab a copy of the confidence clause for yourself. So 5 ways to upgrade your confidence. Number 1, and this might sound crazy, especially for those of you who work at home and enjoy working in sweats and comfy clothes with no makeup on or whatever the case might be. I'm going to suggest that first and foremost, you dress for the business that you want, not the one that you currently have. Dress for the business that you desire. Listen, even though I work at home, I get up, I take a shower, I get dressed every single day. Dressed as if in any moment, a client could knock on the door and want to do business with me. You've heard the adage, right? When you look good, you feel good. Personal image is an important part of being confident. When we look great, we are able to perform better. I remember when I used to work in corporate America and we would have a casual day. I don't know about the casual days at your company, but at my company, I was so much less productive on a casual day. But when I had on my suit with my hair back in a bun, I felt like I had to perform at a much higher level and get things done, which gave me more confidence. If you are unsure what looks and styles are best for you, then I highly recommend that you look at getting a professional stylist to assist you. But even if you're working from home and you don't need to wear a business suit every single day, you can get some really cute clothes that will boost your confidence so that as you're sitting in your office and you decide you want to do a Facebook Live or an IG Live or a LinkedIn Live, you look the part. You don't have to get ready if you stay ready. That's number 1. Number 2, you have to focus on what you desire, not what you have right now. When you're building a business, it's easy to focus on what you're experiencing. You know, you might say things like, I don't have many clients, or I'm not making any money. To boost your confidence and accelerate your business, try focusing on what you desire instead. This small shift in the way that you think about your business will send positive energy out into the atmosphere and create an environment for you to get more of what you truly desire. The third thing, and this is what I find alarmingly amongst women entrepreneurs, I'm just not sure if it's true, the same for men, because I've worked with far fewer men than I have women, but women tend to forget almost immediately the amazing things that they've done. Almost immediately. Like you win this phenomenal award and maybe you pause for 5 seconds to say, oh, I won this award. And then you're right back to grinding it out in your business and acting as if you are not the bomb.com. It drives me bananas. It happens so often. So one of the things that I suggest, if you are one of the people who does this, is that you create an accomplishment journal. An accomplishment journal is the place where you record everything that you have done. Right? If you get out of the bed and you make it, that's an accomplishment and you should write that down. So, and the reason why I love writing everything down is because it becomes a visual or written, not really visual, but you can read it, representation of what it is you've done. So when you're about to have a conversation with a potential client or go into a meeting, you can literally review your accomplishments, and give yourself a much needed boost to confidently show up and show out as the best solution to their problem. So in your accomplishment journal, you want to list everything. I mean, everything you've done. You know, helped a client get a new contract. You lost 1 pound. You spoke with an audience of 20 and 18 of them got on your list. Everything. When you have evidence that you can accomplish things, it makes it easier to feel confident that it can happen as often as you would like for it to. Number 4, this is a big one. We will talk about this often too. Remember your reason why. Typically, the reason we start our businesses isn't self-absorbed. Like, it's not because you want to make a whole lot of money, right? It's because you want to do work that matters. You want to live your gifts and talents. It's those types of things. Money may be a part of it, but it's not the sole reason why you start your business, right? And you have to keep in mind that people work harder for others than they do for themselves. So when you remember why you're doing what you are doing, you make it about other people, like maybe your children, right? Like, you work hard and you started this business to expand your earning potential so that you could offer your children whatever they might need. Whatever it is, it increases the likelihood that you will show up confidently because it isn't about you. It's about somebody else who is depending on you. Like, similarly, in my situation, for my unborn children, the children that aren't even here yet, I do what I do every single day. It edifies me and it gives me a boost to get back to work and to do what it is that I need to do. And then the last thing that I know will upgrade your confidence almost immediately is to read something every single day that adds value to who you are as a person. In order to produce, you have to monitor what you're putting in you. And I've heard it said, garbage in means garbage out, power in, power out. So upgrading your confidence by building a strong personal development library is an essential if you want to stay focused on building your business. I recommend that you find time to read for a minimum of 30 minutes a day, preferably as soon as you wake up and while you're still in your dream state, so that you have the ability to shift your subconscious. Let me pause there for a second and say a little bit more about that. So when we first wake up in the morning, we have about 20 minutes when we're still in our alpha wave state, which means we have the ability to shift and change our subconscious mind. And if you take positive things in, then you will make a difference. This is when it's a great time to recite affirmations before you're conscious and you're thinking, yeah, right, that's not true. If as soon as you wake up, you are starting with your I am statements or the confidence clause that I'm going to provide for you, that will change everything for you, right? That's a big way to do it. So when I think about confidence, I think when it pertains to business about the definition that Richard Petty gives for confidence. And he says, confidence is the stuff that turns thoughts into action. When you are confident, you will do what you need to do. You will do whatever it takes to get the results that you are wanting in order to bring what you desire into your life experience. And I do know that sometimes there are things that are confused with confidence that throws us off. Confidence is not the same thing as self-esteem, right? Self-esteem is believing that you are worthy of respect and having a healthy opinion, a positive opinion of yourself. That's not the same thing as confidence. Optimism is when you believe the best in things and you always strive to put your best foot forward. It's not the same thing as confidence, but it is often confused with confidence. And self-compassion, when you are as kind to yourself as you are to others, is often confused with confidence. Now, I believe that when you are confident, you will have high self-esteem, you will be optimistic, and you will have self-compassion. But I do also know that they are not the same thing. So at the end of the day, when it comes to being more confident, it's about believing better for yourself and seeing yourself differently, more of the way that God sees you. And that's part of the reason why I created the confidence clause. And I have provided this confidence clause to clients. And now I'm going to offer you an opportunity to get a copy of it. You'll need to go to incrediblefactorpodcast.com, incrediblefactorpodcast.com, and there'll be an option for you to click to download a copy of the confidence clause. But I love it. I'm going to recite it for you as the perfect ending to this episode on upgrading your confidence and being more confident about your rates and how you show up in your business. The Confidence Clause by Darnyelle Jervey Harmon. Once you get your copy, you will want to read this every day. Again, keep it right next to your bed. Read it in the first 20 minutes when you are waking up and watch it shift and change the way you show up every single day in your life and in your business. The Confidence Clause. I am incredible, and all things that belong to me by divine right cannot be taken from me. I am always at the right place at the right time, engaged in the right activities. I am in total alignment with God and his purpose for my life. I see myself and my business the way God sees them. I am created in the image and likeness of God. I am worthy. I do deserve it. And I am more than enough. In fact, I am entitled to miracles. Today, I open my eyes to an incredible new day of light and love. I focus on my highest good in everything that I do. I honor my incredible life, and I am grateful for all that I have. I am abundance. I am wealth. I am joy. I expect success. I know that the invitation is my validation. I am a money magnet. Abundance and prosperity are my birthright. Love, health, and money flow to me in avalanches of abundance. People love to invest in themselves through me. I am blessed to be a blessing, and I happily share my wealth with others. Today, I show up fully in honor of all that God gave me to be by surrendering to the power of God to set all things in divine order. My confidence is my gift from God, and I rock it daily. Doesn't that just make you feel good? The confidence clause. Again, if you would like to get a copy of this for yourself, it will be my joy and pleasure to provide it to you. All you'll need to do is go to incrediblefactorpodcast.com, incrediblefactorpodcast.com, and there'll be an option there for you to click and access downloading this amazing confidence clause. I'm really excited about how you're going to show up more confidently in every area of your life and how you're going to watch your business grow and offer you more opportunities to leverage your incredible factor just because you are more confident. I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear all about it. I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you for joining me for the Leverage Your Incredible Factor Business Podcast. I'd really love to help you grow a business that funds the life you crave while doing work that shakes the planet. Get started today by applying for a discovery session with me or a member of my team at darnyelle.com/session. And if you enjoyed our time together, do yourself a favor. Head on over to iTunes, subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. Until next time, remember, you do deserve a business that funds the life you crave. Take care.